I hit it. Hang on.
Round one, fight!
I am your host, Jordan the Movie Hero Anderson, and welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. I swear that I hit the intro, but I scrolled down a tab too far and was messing with our background. But anyways, this is episode 121. This is Steven Shepard's top 128 favorite movies championship episode. I don't have the championship in the title. I just realized that. I'll put it in there. Maybe you can catch the Easter egg of like when the word championship pops up on the title. But yeah, welcome. I'm excited for this. This is just a half bracket, so just 32 movies tonight will be comprised of the Sweet 16 from part 1 and part 2. So I'm excited to talk about this. I had seen every movie on this list but one, and I watched that for this. So yeah, I've seen them all. So yeah, it should be a fun episode. So, and I kind of get a little bit of a feel for even more for the type of movies that are some of Steven's favorites. I mean, we all kind of have our favorite genre, our favorite kind of movies we kind of gravitate towards. So you'll kind of see it as we go through these. But we'll go ahead and we'll introduce our panel for tonight. We'll start with my co-host, Austin Pez Howell. How's it going?
What's up? Yeah, no, it's always fun to do these championship episodes, and when somebody lets us decide their new favorite movie, it's always fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so he'll have a new movie to watch. So
it seemed like I was at least on part 2, I think, or something, and it seemed like we were always voting for the one that Steven had lower on the list than the one he had higher. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, we're all voting against him. Like he would vote for one, and then we all vote for the others. Yeah. That happens sometimes. But we also have let's bring the man of the hour in, Steven Shepard. How's it going?
Well, I might have also did that also because on purpose, because because since obviously I love everything that's on here, so if I see, the only times that might not be the case is if I have to go first or second.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, for sure. So, but we also have joining us, Malcolm Lay. How's it going, Malcolm?
It's going good. Just can't wait to see what drama we can cause.
Yeah, right. It'll be interesting. So, we also have Richie Goodacre. How's it going?
What's up, man? Look, those deep fakes work really well in your face, Steven. Now the one, the Jerry Maguire one, you look dramatically like Charlie Sheen.
I say the ones he did for mine looked horrible. They didn't look like me at all. Like
these ones turned out pretty good.
Like the Ad Astra one looks pretty good. Like I think that one looks pretty great. And like I don't know. Like the Gladiator one looks pretty decent. Yeah, like there's some good ones on there.
Yeah, the Walter Mitty one. Yeah, I mean they all look pretty decent. So yeah, but we also have joining us last but certainly not least, we have Jacob Barber. How's it going?
It's going well. Say what you want about him as a wrestler, whatever. Chris Masters had a really good entrance.
Nice.
Out there. Currently watching WrestleMania 22 in the background. We'll see how far. We'll see what goes longer tonight.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. They're on WrestleMania.
Keep us posted as always on what match you're on and how good or bad it is.
Oh, it's the opening match, so it's
okay. Yeah,
it's Carlito and Masters against I think Big Show and Kane.
Oh, are you trying to get through all the WrestleManias until like the next week, whatever?
Yeah. So WrestleMania, that's in 2 weeks.
April 1st.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
April 1st.
April 1st and 2nd.
We'll see what kind of pranks they get into for April Fools. But I don't know if they play into that at all. But yeah. So this will be it. So Austin, you want to explain how it's going to work for us tonight?
Yeah, so this is the championship episode. So it's part 3. Steven submitted his original 128 favorites. So we've already done part 1 of the 64, part 2 another 64, and we've got tonight just a short bracket of 32. We took the Sweet 16 from each of those episodes that made the championship here tonight. We still had winners of those tournaments that made it into our master list whenever we have a little fun. But tonight's the real thing, where we actually determine Steven's new favorite movie when it's all said and done. And per Tournament Fights rules, you got to watch it at some point in the week, unless you're the host, Jordan Anderson. So
yeah, right. I still haven't watched mine, which I keep thinking about it. I'm like, I got too much other shit to watch.
Where you can't come back.
Yeah, you can't go back anymore. The movie here will be on pause until you watch Hot Fuzz. So
yeah, right. I still got to do that. Which I'm trying to find an episode that movie might be on again and then watch it. But
and then just put it through so you get to
just put it on. I mean, it's not like you have to super pay attention. Just put it on in the background while you're doing other shit. It's like,
yeah, right.
I mean, it's not like I sat down and watched Jurassic Park, intently. I just put it on one day while I was cleaning house and just had it on.
Yeah,
in the background. It's fine.
Well, maybe I'll try to watch it this weekend, because I'm trying to do a rewatch of the John Wick movies before that comes out, and then we have an A24 and Neon matchup, and I haven't seen half of the movies, so I got to watch a bunch of those. So it's so maybe this weekend or something. Yeah.
I mean, in something like this, do I even have to watch it? Because I could always just say, "Oh, I watched it," but I know them well enough that if somebody were to quiz me, I'd probably be okay.
I just do it anyways, just because it's fun, and it's kind of like, that's like your prize, Steven. That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
We have an honor system here.
Yeah, you got to.
If you choose not to honor that honor system, shame on you.
Then maybe, we just won't do your top 256 or whatever.
Yeah. Won't do your top 360.
Yeah.
Imagine doing a top 1,000. It's like, this is number 990.
We're on part 8 of Richie's top 1,000.
Yeah, this is number 987 on my list. It was okay.
Yeah,
every movie ever made. Let's see what
I saw it once, and I remember thinking it was all right. So it makes the number 997.
I actually did though watch the Truman Show when that won my top 64.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go.
I went and saw Shazam. It's like a 7.5, so it makes the number 824 slot of my top 1,000.
Yeah.
So
I don't think Shazam would even make it that far.
Oh God, no, not for me.
I thought that movie was mediocre, so I don't.
I like the new one, but it bombed, so we're not going to get
I'm talking about the first one.
Oh, yeah. Well, this new one bombed, but I saw it, and I thought it was good, but I'm in the minority, I guess.
But this episode, we actually will have a poll for Steven's Elite 8, so since this is the championship. And then, we'll see what makes it all the way. So, unless you have anything else, Jordan, let's get it rolling.
Yeah, I'll just play this little intro because it feels like to me there's maybe a movie Steven would enjoy. I was going to throw an old throwback intro, but for Steven's episode, let's go with this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
It's showtime. What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation. Let's do this, Schmidt. Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins. Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
All right, hold on over. Richie will be up first for The Fugitive and Sicario.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. And just warn Steven in advance, I don't think there's a single easy matchup on this, so here we go.
Yeah.
They're all going to be bangers, as a championship episode should be. So, Richie, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I like these episodes because, they're all, they're shorter and also, but they're we should pick a favorite movie, but they're also hard because they're all very good, mostly.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
It makes it out. Yeah, Fugitive is really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Sicario, probably, if not my favorite Denis Villeneuve, it's definitely up there. Yeah, this is difficult. Maybe it's recently biased because I've seen it more recent than I saw The Fugitive. I'll go Sicario, but I won't be mad if Fugitive goes through. But yeah, I have a lot of love for Sicario, and I wish the sequel lived up to the original. But I think not having Emily Blunt hurt the sequel. So yeah, I'll go Sicario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, I don't think the sequel to Sicario is actually really bad. I think it's still
it's
decent.
all right.
I think it's fine. It just misses that innocence that Emily Blunt brings to it. It's just a really dirty movie.
But more than that, I think Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin's characters don't seem at all like the same people in the first one.
Yeah, a little different, but
a little bit. Mm-hmm.
But that being said, like I know I've seen The Fugitive once. It's decent, but I finally seen Sicario, and it's amazing. So I'm going to go Sicario.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
So, my favorite part of a Big Show match is when he tells the crowd to be quiet because he's going to chop his opponent in the chest, and then the chop makes no noise.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best. I have not seen The Fugitive yet. It's a big blind spot I need to get to. Sicario I've seen, and yeah, it's really good. I need to revisit it because it's been like a long time since I've seen it. So I want to revisit it. I want to.
Guess what, Jacob? You'll have a chance because we're going to do it for our anniversary show in about 2 months.
Oh yeah,
so we're going to do The Fugitive because it's the 30th anniversary.
It's on the list, so I will watch it soon, and I will probably rewatch Sicario also because I do remember really enjoying it. So for now, I'll go with the movie that I've seen and go with Sicario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Steven, you got.
So I believe Sicario is my second favorite movie from Denis Villeneuve. I think actually my favorite movie of his if I remember correctly, even though I know two of you here don't like it, I think did make it on to, if I remember correctly, to the championship. So that'll be mentioned tonight. No, I'll give my vote to The Fugitive, which, funny enough, I think does have a better sequel than Sicario. I like U.S. Marshals.
I think U.S. Marshals is really good. Yeah, it's really good.
U.S. Marshals is great. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you?
No, I like both these movies a lot. I think The Fugitive is great. Yeah, definitely Andrew Davis's best movie. Yeah, I mean, he made a Best Picture nominee. People forget that this is nominated for Best Picture. But yeah, it's really good. But yeah, Sicario is like a top 64 for me. Like I watch it every couple of months. Like I just get the itch to, and it's really, really good. So yeah, I got to go with the one I've just watched way more than just Sicario.
Yeah, if I remember right, when they were pitching the Fugitive, that like when they greenlit it, they thought that it was a movie that would do all right, but wasn't really going to do that like anything that special. Just kind of be like just like your run of the mill kind of just action movie that will make a little money, but not anything crazy. And then it was nominated for Best Picture. Everybody loves it. It's become a cult classic. Like it exceeded all their expectations, and I think most people's. But Sicario, that's my number 2 favorite Denis Villeneuve movie. I'm a big fan of Prisoners. That's probably my favorite. But Sicario is awesome though, and yeah, I mean, I feel like we've talked about all the scenes, the Juarez scene, and then like at the end when Emily Blunt's character breaks down after everything that she experiences, like it's just really, really good stuff. And this one's close. Fugitive is good, but I'll give it to Sicario.
Yeah, well, Sicario make it through this one.
Yeah,
and we'll go down to Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, the original, versus The Godfather. All right,
Malcolm.
Malcolm,
first.
2 favorites.
I know 2 of yours. Yeah.
I mean, Fellowship of the Ring wasn't on my, isn't in my 128. Godfather is the Godfather.
All right, yeah, that's fair. Jacob.
No, Malcolm's not done yet. He needs to go some more.
Yeah. Think about it.
This one's tough. Have any of you guys ever eaten the Gardetto's mix?
Yeah, it's my favorite of the Chex Mix stuff. Yeah,
that's good.
The rye chips are the best, right?
Oh yeah, the rye chips.
You know,
part.
I don't want the all rye
bags
chips.
of just the rye chips.
Yeah, I don't want that though. I don't want all rye chips though. I like it when it's mixed
fantastic.
In. Yeah,
definitely not buying time because I'm not sure where to my vote's going.
Well, see, what I like to do usually is like to buy some actual Chex Mix and then a thing of all the rye chips and mix those two together. That's pretty good.
That's not bad. Oh man,
I gotta have a weird hack for that, right?
I think The Lord of the Rings is nearly a perfect trilogy, but The Godfather is nearly a perfect movie. Since The Fellowship probably isn't like my favorite part of the trilogy, I'll go with The Godfather.
Yeah.
Steven.
Well, Steven?
That's kind of my logic too. Fellowship of the Ring is my least favorite, and the first Godfather is the best of the Godfather movies. So yes, I'll go with The Godfather as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you know me. I think the Lord of the Rings movies are great, but I'm not a Lord of the Rings nerd, and I'm kind of a Godfather nerd. So yeah, I'll go Godfather.
Kind of.
Yeah, just a tad. No, I only watched it like 4 times in 1 month, and then watched The Offer. So yeah, I mean, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I forgot to do. Like I was like there's a movie I was gonna rewatch and sit down and actually give it a good rewatch was The Godfather, and I just didn't do it yet. So, but
yeah, I think it's on Peacock or something.
Oh, cool, nice. Well, I'll definitely do it soon because
It's all right. My championship's coming up.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, I'll do it for Malcolm. How about that? Yeah, and if anyone wants to remind me, that always helps. But
hey, Malcolm, is Hot Fuzz in your championship?
Yeah, you watch Hot Fuzz, yeah. but yeah, like I'm still not like over the moon about the Godfathers. I think they're all right. So all the movies, but yeah, Lord of the Rings.
By the way, Godfather and Godfather Part 2 are in that championship, so get on it, Jordan.
yeah, right. I'll have to do both. Yeah, but I am over the moon about the Lord of the Rings. All 3 of them. I think they're all great. Part 2 is my favorite, but it's a toss up between the first and the third for me. So like it just depends. So I'll go for Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings movies. I think Fellowship's my least favorite though. I think it's good, but yeah, Godfather is an all-timer. So yeah, this will be harder for those 2 tales, but it's not so Godfather.
All right.
When we're talking best movie teams, maybe we'd pick The Fellowship over The Corleones, maybe, but not here. I guess.
Which family do you like more? Yeah. Although it'd be funny if it was like the Corleone family and then like the family from like Fast and the Furious like against each other.
Yeah, right.
the not family versus the actual family.
Yeah.
All right, we got Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street, versus Star Trek: First Contact. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go, Jacob.
Jacob.
So the Money in the Bank match from WrestleMania 22 is probably like the one I forget the most. So I'm curious to see how it actually is. I remember who wins. Don't remember much of the match. Oh, this is an interesting one because I do like the Star Trek movies, and I'm not much of a horror guy. But I think Dream Warriors is just awesome. I think it's just such a fun time. I think the kills are really cool. So I'll go Dream Warriors.
All right.
Yeah. Steven, what do you got?
Both.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
They didn't make a crossover where Freddy Krueger invades the Enterprise. Let's see that.
Yeah, let's see. Well, Yeah, I mean, Picard has dreams of the Borg in the beginning of the movie, so
Yeah.
why not Freddy invade his dream?
Yeah.
Uh, I guess Star Trek First Contact, but I'll go with Star Trek First Contact.
Yeah. We know that it's a like pretty tough championship episode. When you pick a winner, you have to go, I guess this one. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but Austin.
Yeah, no, this was maybe as tough for me as it for Steven because it's like my favorite Elm Street movie versus my favorite Star Trek movie, and realistically, I've always said the First Contact is the closest we've come to a Star Trek horror movie with some of the books. Like there's some horrific sequences, like scary sequences in there where they're taking people over and stuff. Like it's pretty scary. This one's really tough. Just because again, it doesn't come up super often, and I love it to pieces. Let's go Dream Warriors on this one. And to be fair, they're both in my 128 as well. So it's a toss up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I do really like Dream Warriors. I'm just not as big on the Nightmare on Elm Street as I am with Star Trek: The Next Generation, and but this is probably the most fun that I've had with the Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and I haven't really sat down to really rank them all because I haven't seen all of them. I've seen like 1 through 5, I think. So and I saw the remake, but I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen New Nightmare?
After that, I've seen New Nightmare. Is that 6 or is that 5?
No, that's 7.
7.
Oh, it's 7. Oh, then I must have skipped ahead to see that one. So I'm probably missing a couple in between, probably.
Well, you're not missing much with Freddy's Dead. You can probably watch that one, but if you insist, if you want to watch Freddy play with
it's a guilty pleasure.
Do Looney Tunes shit in it, like you can watch it.
That's the one where he's on the beach, like that
no,
that's Dream Master. Yeah.
Dream Master,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love.
So I've seen that one, but for First Contact, I think that's great. Like I think that like the whole crew on there, and then you throw in James Cromwell too, being the guy that like invents the warp drive, and what they do with the Borg, like it's just really cool. And even like some of the like dialogue, they have some like funny kind of jokes back and a fourth where it's like I gotta take a leak, and then like you have Jordy. It's like I'm not detecting any leaks. Like what's going on here? And they don't understand like some of the slang and like different things. Like for Star Trek nerds, some of that stuff actually works. I mean, it's a little cheesy, but I appreciate some of those kind of things where they're trying to be fish out of water stuff.
Do we ever see a toilet on the Enterprise? Like what the bathrooms look like?
No,
I don't remember. Like they don't ever show one, do they? Like they do pee, right? Like
yeah, maybe they have technology where they just go and it just evaporates somewhere. I don't know. Who knows? But so I'll go First Contact.
All right.
Richie.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Trekkie guy, so I'm gonna go. Nightmare on Elm Street. I think Dream Warriors is one of my favorite sequels. It's a toss up between that and New Nightmare. I love Dream Warriors, so I will go Dream Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Malcolm, what do you got?
I've seen a handful of Star Trek movies, but I haven't seen them all. First Contact is the one I haven't seen, so Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Well, Dream Warriors will roll through.
All right.
All right, and we'll go down to The Departed versus Unbreakable. I'll go to Stephen first.
Yeah.
I love Unbreakable. Well, obviously, I love Unbreakable, but it's probably my. I go back and forth between this and The Sixth Sense as my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. But The Departed is my favorite Martin Scorsese movie, so I will go with The Departed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, Departed's not one of my personal favorite Scorsese movies. I think it's really, really good, and when I do watch it, I do enjoy it. Just not want to go back to a lot. And you know what we talked about it the other day? It was Bruce Willis's 68th birthday the other day. I saw some video of them throwing a party for him. So I'm gonna go with Unbreakable on this one. I really like it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've been reading a lot about the Bruce Willis stuff. People really like coming together for him. People from Hollywood and people as friends and a family working on research. I mean, it's probably irreversible what he has, but you never know though. So like, never say never. But but yeah, The Departed. I think it's good. I just am not quite ready to say great yet. It's about a 7 out of 10 for me. But I mean, it's still good. But I can't say great for Unbreakable. I think that movie's awesome with just some of the themes and like the twists and the things that you find out, and they kind of leave you in suspense for a lot of it, which I really appreciate for this type of movie. So yeah, I'll give it to Unbreakable.
Okay.
Richie?
Yeah, I like Unbreakable. It's not one of the better Shyamalan movies. I do like it, but I'm a huge fan of Departed. I think it's one of my favorite Scorsese movies. I just like everything about it. I love the cast. I love the score. I love the the Shipping Up to Boston by Dropkick Murphys. I just like I love everything about it. I think it's just great. And if you haven't checked out Infernal Affairs, which is the remake of, check that out. It's a great film. So I'll go to the party.
Yeah, I still got to see Infernal Affairs. I want to see that. But Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like Unbreakable. I do think it's a pretty good movie. But I really love The Departed, so I'm going to go The Departed.
Yeah, The Departed. Jacob, what do you think?
I think the more I watch this match, the more I wonder just how it came to be. Because, Money in the Bank, it's like, yeah, we want this young, this up-and-comer, somebody who hasn't been champion. It's their time. So, you got RVD and Matt Hardy, the veterans who, people love. Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, who at this time, up-and-comers. Yeah. Somebody who's hard-hitting. Finley. Cool. But that's only 5. We need one more. We gotta have an even 6. Who do we get? How about just the 16-time world champion Ric Flair? That makes sense, right? And you know what? He's going to leave injured halfway through the match and come back because that makes sense.
Come back and then still not win the match.
And still not win. We just yeah. Ric Flair's at the point in his career where he's going to say, "Hey, I want one more shot," and be like, "All right, cool." I've seen both these movies. I really enjoy both these movies. The one I have gone back to more often myself, though, is The Departed. So I will go with The Departed.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah,
that's it. Cool. Departed. Next one, we'll have Lord of the Rings: Two Towers versus Identity.
Right. And Austin.
This one's fairly easy for me because I'm a horror guy and I like Identity. Kind of like Steven. I think it's a really good movie. James Mangold, one of his early movies. And I think it's great. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. Let's go Identity.
There's a lot of movies that I want to give rewatches to because I'm like trying not to be too overly critical as far as a film fan. Like I don't really like Identity, but I kind of want to give movies that I don't like, but I think that with a rewatch I could appreciate a lot more. This might be one of them. So right now I can't vote for it, but I'll eventually give it a rewatch and see what I think. But after a rewatch, I got to go with Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers. Like this movie's in my top 10 movies of all time. I think it's the best of the Lord of the Rings series. The friendship between Sam and Frodo is the stuff of legend. So yeah, I got to go with Two Towers.
All right.
Richie.
Yeah, a good tournament fights battles at one point will be maybe submit what our best what we think is the best posters or our favorite posters. because
I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah.
to me, like I mean, I might have to fight people for it. I will get in there first. But to me, Identity's up there. That's a fucking cool poster.
Yeah, like which poster would you want to hang on your wall? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is really hard for me. I love Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. I think it's the better of the three. But Identity is really good. It's really underrated. Yeah, based on a short Agatha Christie mystery, novel. Yeah, it's really good, and I love the twist at the end. I actually really do like, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give the slight edge to Identity here. I think it's really good.
All right.
Yeah, and in the chat, I've given Brian Nussbaum the nickname of the resident fact checker because he always has these facts about our show. So he said that the Fellowship took out the next gen crew in best movie team. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, but yeah. Not everyone would agree, but I don't think you were on that one, Austin. Maybe.
No,
but,
I was on vacation for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you think here?
Yeah, I do like I do like Two Towers. I combined two titles on my head somehow.
Yeah,
but yeah, I do like the Two Towers. But I'm going for a bit of strategy. I think if I'm going to give Stephen a movie to watch, I'm not going to make him jump into the middle of a story. So I'm going to go Identity.
sure, yeah, why not? But Jacob, what do you think?
I don't care about that. Two Towers.
Yeah, yep. Steven.
Muted.
And guess what? Steven, I just want to let you know about this. So you can't see it because I'm so zoomed in, but my background for this bracket is a symbol that just says muted.
Oh.
That's what I've been using for Steven.
It's always gonna happen.
Yeah.
You just have,
Nice.
If I zoom out at the end and see the whole bracket, maybe I can zoom out and you can see it. But that's what I use for the background of this.
I've come to accept that it's always gonna happen no matter what. I'll give the slight edge. It's close. I'll give the slight edge because my favorite Lord of the Rings is Return of the King. I'll give the slight edge to Identity.
Okay, and we have our first tie, and it starts at Richie. What do you got? Yeah.
Identity.
Ooh, probably an upset right there. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we got 12 Monkeys. Speaking of Bruce Willis, versus another Harrison Ford, Air Force One. So yeah, Jordan.
Yeah. So I've seen both of these pretty recently. Air Force One I saw maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, and 12 Monkeys I only saw maybe like 1 month ago, and they're both really good. I think I like 12 Monkeys quite a bit more. I like the time travel aspect and like what the world looks like when he travels, and like there's some things to piece together. Brad Pitt's really good in it too, along with Bruce Willis, and I think Air Force One, it's good, but I'm not like in love with it or anything. So I'll go with 12 Monkeys. Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I like Air Force One. I think it's really, really good. But yeah, and again, maybe it's recently biased, but I checked out 12 Monkeys. Sorry, that's the dog. He's got separation anxiety. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. I'm voting 12 Monkeys. I'm voting 12 Monkeys. There you go.
I almost thought it was a car like
So,
by in the background.
12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's really having anxiety. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I knew there was a movie I was going to watch for this. I just never got around to it. I still haven't seen 12 Monkeys. But yeah, I mean, I like Air Force One enough, but because it was Bruce Willis's birthday on Sunday, so I'm going to go 12 Monkeys.
Yeah, sure. Jacob, what do you think?
Haven't seen either of these movies. I think the poster for 12 Monkeys is pretty cool. Probably would entice me more, so I'll go with 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
12 Monkeys is probably my favorite time travel movie or close to it. No, I mean, as far as its use of time travel, I mean, there's probably another time travel movie I can think of that I love a little bit more. But as far as its use of time travel, I probably like 12 Monkeys the most. But you know what? Rest in peace, Wolfgang Peterson. I'll go with Air Force One.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I like both of these about equally, which is to say they're really good, but neither one's in my top 128. But I own both of them on my Blu-ray. They're right next to me. Let's see. We got a little 12 Monkeys
Ooh.
right there. And then let's see, they're both on the top row because one's a number and one's a A. So there you go.
Yeah.
They're not too far from each other. But since 12 Monkeys comes first, I'll give it 12 Monkeys. Right.
Also, everyone's mentioning how it's recently Bruce Willis's birthday. It's also, I believe, I think it was either today or yesterday or some recently, Gary Oldman's birthday.
Hey.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Nice. All right. Well, scroll down. We'll have adaptation versus Her.
Frick, I thought I saw every movie on the list. I didn't see adaptation. Dang it. Dang it.
I posted the list like a week ago.
Yeah, for some reason I just overlooked it, I guess. I don't know. But
yeah.
But
Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, I think did Her win your like the round like the first yeah. I think it won one something recently, right? I think it did.
Yeah, I think that it might have won like either like part 1 or 2. Yeah.
Part 1, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I love Her. I think it's really, really cool. Yeah, I wish Spike Jones would do more stuff. But yeah, but I love adaptation as well. I think it's really solid film. Yeah, just it was on my 128, so I'm gonna go adaptation.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Her is a really good movie, and I think Joaquin Phoenix is good in it. And I think, even though she's just a voice, I think Scarlett Johansson is like pretty good in it as well. But that being said, I really love adaptation. It was one of those movies that I thought I was going to go and watch and then probably never watch it again because I didn't like it that much. But adaptation is one of those movies that I actually really do enjoy a lot. So I'm going to go adaptation.
Yeah, and I don't know why I didn't realize it till just now. These are both Spike Jones. So the Spike Jones matchup. So Jacob, what do you think?
So I don't know Her. Never met her. And
know her?
I
I'll have to introduce you sometime.
I haven't adapted yet. So just based off word of mouth and what I've been hearing about both these movies, I've heard a lot more about Her, and it does sound like a movie that I would really enjoy. I just have to get to it. But adaptation sounds really good too. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I've just heard more about Her, and it's probably the one that intrigues me more. So I'm going to go with Her.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what are you going to go for?
This is tough because I think Nicolas Cage, he manages to give two very distinct performances, playing two very different characters without the aid of makeup. But I also think Scarlett Johansson honestly gives one of the best voiceover performances ever. I just love her in that movie. So for the uniqueness of the story and I love the science fiction genre, I will give the slight edge to Her.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, and all these matches were random. I spun the wheel, and when they popped up, I was like, "Oh, the two Spike Jones movies. That's weird."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. Yeah, because I just came to adaptation probably a few months ago as well for some show. I had missed it for a while, and yeah, I really liked it. It was good, but yeah, I think Her is really great, and I don't think we're very far off from people like marrying some, AI chat bot at some point in the next like couple of years. So yeah, I'm gonna go her.
Well, if it's a way to just have a woman that's agreeable, then I'll do it. Yeah, but adaptation was an accidental omission. Like if I would have thought about it, I would have watched it because I had time. I just didn't really. I just overlooked it. But so I have it on my list now to watch soon. But yeah, her is really great. Yeah, it's a really great performance. Yeah, from both Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson, and yeah, like it's a movie that like I didn't watch right away when it came out because I wasn't sure about it if it'd be something that I would like, and I loved it. So yeah, let's go with her.
Okay, all right, I got her, and then we'll go down to Good Will Hunting. And the other Lord of the Rings movie, because all three of them Return of the King.
All on this side, okay.
Yeah, they were all on this side when I spun the wheel. So yeah. We'll go to Malcolm first.
And I think you're muted, Malcolm.
Unless he's just not talking.
Yeah.
It was more for case I just wasn't paying attention.
Fair enough.
Yeah, one of these days I'll get around to Good Will Hunting. It's definitely been one that I've kind of been intending to get to. But yeah, I've got to go Return of the King here. I do think it's good, so Return of the King.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny to see what blind spots certain people have because we all watch movies all the time, but all of us have like some blind spots like here and there, and it's kind of interesting to see what they are.
God,
but
I did Henry's trivia tonight, and there was like 4 questions of movies I hadn't seen that are all
Really?
like fair. There's like The Full Monty and I Am Sam and like some other shit, and I was just like, you just get those trivias where you're just like, yeah, well, I just haven't seen those movies, so
yeah, right.
Like,
that happens. Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, Jacob, what do you think?
I think one of the coolest moments of WrestleMania 22 was when they were doing the Hall of Fame, because this is the year Eddie was inducted, Eddie Guerrero, the year after he passed. And Chavo could have easily stayed out there with Vicky, soak that moment in. But what does he do? He leaves, goes backstage, lets Vicky have that moment. Really cool. I was all set to vote in the next Lord of the Rings because I was like, one of them's got to make it, right? And then it went up against one of my top 5. I love Good Will Hunting. I think this is Robin Williams' best performance. I think the script is incredible. Sorry, Return of the King. Sorry, Lord of the Rings, but I've got to go Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, well, speaking of the Wrestling Hall of Fame, I saw they inducted Andy Kaufman, so that's cool.
Yeah, there will be.
No
doubt Jerry Lawler does it too.
Well,
yeah,
if he's in good enough health, he had a stroke a month ago, remember?
Sure, he can travel.
If
he starts driving now, he'll be there in time.
If
yeah, right. Yeah.
Otherwise, I say you try to get Jim Carrey. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
I mean,
it is Hollywood.
Yeah, they're in Hollywood. Just tell them to come down the street. And
yeah, right.
Andy Kaufman. He can do it as Andy Kaufman.
Right. As Andy Kaufman. That'd be
idea.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think here?
I don't think Man on the Moon made my top 128, but it could have because I do love that movie.
Yeah.
I hate to see Good Will Hunting go this early, but Return of the King is it's Return of the King. So I got to go with Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
And Good Will Hunting is just Good Will Hunting. And it's great. Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. Probably. I do really like Good Will Hunting as far as just like a straight up drama. Like it's probably one of the best out there for me personally. But I mean, I'm more of like give me action, give me comedy, give me horror, like any day over drama. But like for drama, this is probably one of my like top ones. But you got to go up against Return of the King though. So like I'm kind of like opposite of Jacob here, where like it all comes down to the matchup, and the Return of the King is just an all a timer like that battle where they did the storming of the Minas Tirith, I think they call it, but like it's just really, really awesome, and like that it's all practical for the most part. I think I saw a breakdown. They have like half of that like all the soldiers marching in are all real people, and then they do a little CGI, unlike the third Hobbit movie where it's all CGI and it looks fake. But so yeah, let's go with Return of the King. Yeah. Richie?
I'm sorry, Lord of the Rings. You're just not going to get past the first round. Good Will Hunting. It does well in these tournaments, but it just doesn't. It doesn't get to the winner thing. I don't think it's all fully won. But Good Will Hunting is amazing, and it deserves to at least go far. So yeah, but maybe if it was up against a lesser one, but it's hard in these championship rounds. So they're usually all pretty good. So Good Will Hunting, you go through.
Well,
Yeah.
or will it? Because Malcolm has the tiebreaker.
Ooh. Malcolm.
Malcolm.
You know where you New Zealand
dog saying
rise.
Good Will Hunting.
Come on. Yeah.
That is dog for Good Will Hunting.
Boston versus New Zealand.
Malcolm,
come on.
just vote for what you want.
Because if people are trying to convince me to vote for Good Will Hunting, I'm going to vote for Return of the King.
Return of the King.
What?
Gotta have at least one get in there.
I'm
Just-
shocked.
Yeah, yeah, I'm completely out of it.
What?
Just because you're from New Zealand.
I did not see that
You
coming
were
at
born in
all.
Yeah.
born in New Zealand.
All right, going over to.
I love how slow Austin scrolls up compared to the rest of us. It's like, oh, that's going to be tough. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to be tough.
I like to build anticipation for the upcoming
Yeah, you just
fights.
do it
where
slow.
you have
There's
to-
also like
where
zoom,
you-
zoom.
where you-
All
where
right,
you
let's get
dread
to
it.
it.
Yeah. All right, so we got some more Robin Williams. We got What Dreams May Come versus 7. Jacob.
Another easy one because I have not seen What Dreams May Come. I really want to get to it though. It seems like a really interesting movie. 7, it's just really good, great performances. So I'm gonna go with 7.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
7 has a real gut punch of an ending, but I'll go with the one that I think is probably the most visually stunning movie I've ever seen. What Dreams May Come.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
I like What Dreams May Come, but I love 7, so I'm going 7.
Yeah, like What Dreams May Come is one of those movies that I probably want to give a rewatch to, because I saw it not too long after it came out on physical media, like right when it came out back in like the 90s or whatever. I saw it then, but 7 I saw about like 2 years ago for the first time, or 3, something like that, and like it was really, really good. Like I did not expect it to be that dark and that much of a horror movie, and yeah, I really appreciate that. So I'll go with 7. Yeah. Richie?
Yeah. I mean, I like When Dreams May Come. I watched it, rewatched it a couple of years ago, and I didn't like it. I like it as much as I used to. I think it's still very good, but yeah, it's not as good as 7. I wanted to say justice for Robin Williams because of Good Will Hunting, but it's just I mean, but it's not. Yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it with What Dreams May Come, so I'll go 7.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I actually like What Dreams May Come a lot. I do think it's a really sort of interesting movie, but even then, I can't not go 7. So 7.
Once again,
Yeah.
everybody outvotes Steven.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Steven.
You should just let Steven go first every time.
What
Yeah.
city votes for? We all vote for the other movie.
Yeah. I'll vote against.
Fun fact: do you know what the I'm just looking at just for a quiz later. I'm just looking at like weird foreign titles to actual movies. Do you know what the Italian title of Eternal Sunshine translates to?
What's up?
If you leave me, I'll erase you.
Okay.
Ooh, wow, that's harsh.
Well, that sounds like a threat.
Yeah, it sounds like a murder threat.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, got Groundhog Day
Ooh.
versus The Insider. All right, and we'll start with Steven first.
As much as I love Groundhog Day, I think The Insider is probably Michael Mann's best movie. I mean, I do love Heat as well, as much as anyone else, but I think I'd go with The Insider.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
Yeah, Insider. I watched it for that Al Pacino De Niro tournament we did because that was one of my blind spots going into that, and then it started showing up on Steven's tournament. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good sort of corporate, thriller sort of a movie, but yeah, really good performances from both guys. Yeah, Al Pacino's he's really good without being like, "Hoo-ah, Al Pacino," just like all over the place, just really over the top. Like it's just him being really intense but really good. And yeah, Russell Crowe is he really owned like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like he really killed it in a lot of those movies. So but Groundhog is great. I mean, I've seen it in the theaters. It's a lot of fun, but I'm kind of high on The Insider right now, so I'll go Insider.
Yeah. So I watched the Insider for the first time for this. So I just saw it yesterday, and like honestly, like I was kind of bored. Like to be honest, like I don't know. Like it just.
I could have told you when you started, Jordan,
it
wasn't going to be a Jordan movie. I'm just
kind of like there's like a lot of tension between like I don't know politics and that kind of thing, but it's not really like it doesn't have anything like that I usually go for. No real comedy, no explosion, none of the Jordan things that I look for. And
neither one of them had a cape on and started shooting.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
we can't just have a corporate thriller with people threatening people's families and paranoia. Yeah, I know it's not exciting.
Well, the thing is, I didn't really find it that thrilling. I was kind of like, oh, it's all right, but like what I will say though is that like I do appreciate the performances though. Like I think the performances are actually great. Yeah, like you said about Al Pacino though. Yeah, he's not doing like a hoo-ah. He's actually like a real likable kind of like not annoying character for me. I've never been a big Al Pacino guy, but I do kind of like him more. And then Russell Crowe's great. And then even Christopher Plummer playing Mike Wallace, because the thing about Mike Wallace is that so like growing up in the Mormon church, like the only news outlet that the Mormon Church has ever granted access to see behind the scenes and like speak with the head of the church has been Mike Wallace from 60 Minutes, and so like I have a lot of respect for him, and like I think that he's probably one of the more fair kind of like people as far as news people go out there. But so like and like he like really encompasses him. Christopher Plummer does, and also Philip Baker Hall's great. You have Michael Gambon who from Harry Potter. So even the little girl from those like Pepsi commercials back in the day, Hallie Eisenberg. So like I do appreciate the performances, but beyond that though, the movie was just boring for me. So it's like a 5 out of 10 for me, like honestly. But Groundhog Day is great. It's laugh out loud hilarious. It's just a really cool time loop. It's a standard for time loop movies. So let's go with Groundhog Day. Richie?
Yeah, I like Groundhog Day a lot. I came to it late, and I think it's really good comedy. But I think Insider made it far in part 1, and I really like it. I still think it's pretty underrated, and I think it's really I think it's one of Russell Crowe's better performances, and that says a lot because Russell Crowe is one of the better actors, best actors in Hollywood, and has been for a while. So, and I'm not saying that because he is an Australian New Zealander, depending on the day. And Al Pacino's really good. Sort of more, as Austin says, more of a subtle performance. But so I'm going to go Inside.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, you say?
Yeah, I mean, if Russell Crowe throws a phone at someone, he's an Australian. When he doesn't, I mean, he's in New Zealand. But that being said, I like both these movies enough. Like they're both good movies. I'm not that high on either of them. The one I'm probably like a little bit more is Groundhog Day. So Groundhog Day.
All right.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Chris Benoit is a really talented wrestler, but when he tried to imitate the Three Amigos, it just did not look good. Kudos trying to pay homage to Eddie, but it did not work. Austin Richie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either of these movies. The one that I would probably go to first is Groundhog Day because I am more of I do like a good comedy, and I really haven't heard much about The Insider. But based off word of mouth, just here, it sounds like I'd like it. But the one I'd probably go to first is Groundhog Day, so that'll get my vote.
Well, will you stick with it because you have the tiebreaker?
Well, yeah, because Steven voted for The Insider, and I'm kind of on the vote against Steven train.
Yeah, right.
I was gonna say, like the Three Amigos was Chris Benoit trying to impersonate Martin Short and Steve Martin and those guys.
No,
you should stick to German suplexes instead of rolling vertical suplexes. Yeah. So we got True Lies versus Toy Story.
Finally, a movie I've seen.
Yeah. All right, I'm up first. Yeah, this is a good match. Pretty close in time period as well, 94 and 95. But yeah, I think I've seen Toy Story way more, and kind of grew up with that movie more so than True Lies. So I'm gonna go Toy Story.
Yeah. This one's kind of interesting. Because like one of the things my divorce was just made official. Like literally today, we got the little document in the mail. Me and my ex had one last conversation, and she was telling me that they have a True Lies TV series. One of the things that she decided to mention, I'm like I have no interest in that because that looks really bad. I'm looking at the cast, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna watch that. So and I will watch the movie for sure. But it's going up against Toy Story. It makes it tough. I'm actually probably lean towards Toy Story by just a hair. Like it's not by a lot, but by a hair. So I'll go Toy Story. Richie?
I mean, this is probably the toughest match that's for me that's happened on this bracket. I love True Lies. I like when I like James Cameron's epics, but I also like when he kind of pulls back and does these smaller films. I don't feel like at this point in his career he's going to do that. I feel like he's destined just
really
to make
like
Avatar
him to do something like True Lies again, like something.
Yeah.
Or like something like The Abyss.
Something besides Avatar.
Yeah.
I was gonna say anything but another Avatar movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
but you're gonna get a 9.5-hour Avatar 3, so get ready.
God.
You ready for that?
That's just the way of water
I'm
wasn't
pumped
long
for that.
enough.
Yeah.
2.5 billion says otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting it. I think it's called The Seed Bearer or something, which is a bit weird. Anyway,
Yeah,
the next
that is
one.
weird.
But I maybe it's just nostalgia, and because of how important the movie was, I'm leaning more towards Toy Story because I think that's still a classic to this day, and it was very important for Without Toy Story, I don't think Pixar is what it is today. So I'm gonna go Toy Story.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, now that Disney owns Fox, I really hope in Toy Story 5 they do a joke in which Arnold Schwarzenegger cameos as Turbo Man. But yeah, this is a really weird matchup because Austin votes for the animated one. I'm voting for True Lies because I like True Lies a lot more. So I'm going to go True Lies.
If True Lies, like, I have a shitty DVD and it hardly ever streams anywhere. If True Lies had a fucking great 4K like it should, and like I watched it and was like blown away by it, I might vote for it higher. But like until they start bringing out and giving it a proper physical release, I'm gonna keep bitching about it.
Shitty DVD as well.
If you had a VPN, you can watch True Lies on Disney Plus in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Well, there's like rumors swirling that we're getting a 4K, but
We're supposed to be getting that in Abyss in the near future. I'll believe it when I see it at this point. So,
yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob.
Oh, so Richie said this was probably the hardest matchup for him. It's the easiest matchup for me because I've not seen True Lies, and Toy Story was such a big part of my childhood. I still watch it. I still think it's great. And yeah, he's right. I think who knows what Pixar would look like if Toy Story wasn't as big as it was, or wasn't even successful. So I'm gonna go with Toy Story.
Yeah.
And Toy Story has a great 4K version that looks really awesome. So
I have I got the 4K box set of the 4 Toy Stories right here. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That third movie and the fourth movie, to be honest, look incredible in 4K.
Yeah. They really kind of even up the animation a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Steven, what do you think?
Toy Story is my second favorite Pixar movie. I can't remember if my favorite Pixar movie made it to the championship or not.
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Probably not, because we were all voting against you. So. Yeah.
But I gotta go with True Lies, and I miss the days when I can be excited about a new James Cameron movie. But I actually saw Avatar: The Way of Water last week, finally, and it was just boring.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not only do I wish he would not be obsessed with Avatar, but I also wish his obsession with 3D would end too.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
All
He's stuck in what he wants to do.
Dark Knight versus Almost Famous.
Ooh.
All right, Jordan.
Well, you know what? Like when I saw Almost Famous, I didn't love it, but I liked it though. Like I still thought it was good. And The Dark Knight is my second favorite of the series, and because it's Steven's episode, I'll throw him a bone. Let's go with Almost Famous. Yeah, sure.
Now,
Richie.
Yeah. Look, I think Almost Famous is good. I don't have the affinity for it. You do. It's fine. It's good. But yeah, it's going up against The Dark Knight, man. You can it's going against a juggernaut. I know Dark Knight is one of the more successful movies on this in tournament fights history, but for a good reason. And I'm sorry, but Dark Knight's going to kick its ass. So Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the better Cameron Crowe movies. I'll say that. I don't know if it's the best, but it's better than most of them. So yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy Almost Famous. I do think it's good. And I'm more of a Batman Begins guy. But let's be honest, it's Steven's episode. He's going to watch Almost Famous anytime he wants. It doesn't matter if it wins. So I'm going to vote Dark Knight.
Maybe he wants to watch it again, though.
I mean, he can put it on after whatever.
He's going to watch it and protest against whatever wins.
He's probably got it on the background at the moment.
Yeah, right. He probably does. Jacob?
I like how Malcolm voted against the Two Towers because he didn't want Steven to jump in the middle, but then votes for The Dark Knight, which is also a prequel.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Well, I'm going to do the same thing because I like both these movies. I really like The Dark Knight. It's been a favorite of mine for quite some time now. I've watched it. I don't know how many times. I've only seen Almost Famous a couple times. So, Maybe once the watches kind of even out, maybe my opinion will be different. But for right now, I have the Dark Knight just a little bit higher.
Yeah. Well, Steven, are you gonna go with your favorite?
I mean, my personal favorite of the Chris Nolan Batman movies, I'm a weirdo. My favorite one is The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Because that's like in my top 10 or 15. I really love The Dark Knight.
Well, I
Rises.
appreciate the support, Stephen.
Yeah.
We all make weird decisions.
I think Bane is a great bad guy, actually.
Hell yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I might draft him in our damn superhero draft coming up next week. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about The Dark Knight, the one scene in that movie that kind of knocks it down slightly is I just don't buy that boat scene. When he's got the two boats, with the one with the criminals and one with just like regular people. Both
Yeah, like which one are you gonna blow up? Yeah.
with both of them have the trigger for the other bomb, and I just don't think I find that scene to be believable.
Yeah.
It's a superhero movie.
But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's in my 128, so I still love it.
You know what I don't find to be believable? The Dark Knight Rises. I don't think that's believable. Yeah.
I'm still lost on the fact that you're trying to find something believable in a superhero movie.
It's The Dark Knight, though. It's it's other than that scene, like it's almost a perfect movie.
Yeah, Batman's the most grounded superhero, I'd say, or one of them.
Yeah, because he can't fly.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, he doesn't have parents that ground him.
yeah, right.
No, his parents are in the ground.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
He doesn't fly, but he glides.
yeah.
But yeah, obviously, I gotta go with. I mean, look at my name. That's for anyone that doesn't know. That's the main character, played by Patrick Fugit in Almost Famous.
Okay, nice. Well, Austin.
You know what? I'm going to leave it in Steven's hands. He's got the tiebreaker. I'll vote for Almost Famous. Go ahead, Steven.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then I guess Almost Famous is going through, even though it won't win.
Yeah.
I'm not under any delusion that it's going to win.
We threw you a bone, Steven.
I got through the first round, so good
I'm
job.
I'm still really sad. I had to miss the Broadway musical because it ended before I could see it.
Oh, dang.
All right, got Aliens versus Arrival.
I'm not gonna get lucky this time.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Richie.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, look. I mean, I defeated Arrival for you, Stephen, and at every corner. I try to get it through. I'm one of the reasons it's put through to the championship round. Not going to do it here, though. Aliens is one of the best sci-fi movies of all the time. Aliens is amazing. One of my favorite movies. So, Aliens.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, it also helped that Austin wasn't here for that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's make it interesting. I do like Aliens, but I think Arrival is great, so I'm going to go Arrival.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
I enjoy both these movies. I was really late to Aliens. Only saw it for the first time within the last couple years. Gone back to it a couple times, and yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy Arrival too. I've put it on quite a few times, and yeah, I think the performances are all really good. So it's close, but I'd give the slight edge to Arrival personally.
Well, Steven?
Well, I appreciate the help, but it's going to end up being a tie, and Austin's the tiebreaker. So.
Yeah.
We threw you a bone
matter
last
what.
time. Who knows?
I don't like you assuming.
Never
what I'm
say
gonna do.
never.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're both in my top 20. Arrival's in my top 10. Aliens is probably in the 10 to 15 range. So I love both, obviously. So, but I give the edge to Arrival.
Yeah. Austin.
Favorite movie of all time versus
Yeah.
a movie I don't like, but it's not my episode. So, Steven, you can have Arrival this time.
Oh. Well, I'll just say, hey James Cameron, make another Aliens movie or something like that. Like no more Avatar.
Austin,
But
how come you couldn't do that on my episode?
yeah.
Well, Steven slipped me some PayPal money, so
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. I'll remember that for my 256.
Then I may be strategizing for like anything that comes up later in the episode that I can just easily vote against it. It makes it way harder when Aliens makes it through, and then I have to just vote for Aliens the entire time.
Also, don't forget, Austin knows what's coming up in the next match.
I don't remember honestly, so I haven't looked at this in a week. So I don't know.
When I saw Arrival in theaters, I remember like when I was done, I was like, that movie was like horrible. Like what did I just watch? That was boring as shit. But then all the other whisperings were like, oh my gosh, that was so good. That was so great. People clapped at the end. I'm just like wanted to like say something, but I'm like, no, I'll just get out of here. So I got to go Aliens.
All right.
Be Arrival.
I'm feeling generous tonight, so it's fine.
All right.
It's not my episode. Who gives a shit? All right.
Was that a tie or
no?
Okay.
Avengers: Infinity War and LA Confidential.
It does make the next one easier.
Malcolm.
Yeah, it does. Much easier.
Yeah, I mean, I do like LA Confidential. I do think it's a good movie, but Avengers Infinity War is just great. So I'm going to go Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah. Jacob?
LA Confidential is another big blind spot of mine. I need to get to it. Heard nothing but great things. Infinity War, though, it's creeping up to like top 10 for me. Every time I rewatch it, I think this movie is incredible. It's become my favorite in the MCU for a while. It was Civil War, but this one has since overtook it. I think, yeah, it just everything about this movie works. So, Infinity War is going to get my vote.
Yeah. Steven.
So I thought at first this was Endgame, and that would have made this incredibly difficult for me. But since it's Infinity War, it's not as difficult. So I'm going with LA Confidential.
No, it's Kim Basinger on the poster. That's not Thanos. So it's not Endgame. Sorry. But I'm Austin.
Dude, I told you this last episode that I watched it for Steven's thing. LA Confidential blew me the fuck away. It's like a perfect like 10 out of 10 for me. I thought it was I couldn't believe I'd slept on this movie for so long, and the Blu-ray was just sitting over there for like 3 years. And just like I felt ashamed afterwards that I should have watched this movie a long time ago. It's got a chance, definitely got a chance to get in my top like 128, maybe even my 64. Like I fucking loved every second of this movie. I thought it was great. And you know what? Because we've seen Infinity War like 900 times on this episode, let's push for LA Confidential. I'm going for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought LA Confidential was fine. I didn't have the like crazy love that some people had because me and Austin watched it close to the same time for the first time, and like it was okay. Like I really like Guy Pearce. He was my favorite part of the movie. Well, him and Danny DeVito. I like Danny DeVito's character too. But so it was good, but it's no Infinity War to me. Not even close by a long shot. So I got to go with Infinity War. Richie?
Richie didn't watch it in time, did he? Fucking hell.
Go for the one you've seen.
I didn't watch LA Confidential, but I will say the logic of Ben's Infinity War shows up here a lot, and I have confidence that LA Confidential is really good, so I'm gonna go LA Confidential.
Yeah.
This episode's weird.
Yeah, this episode is weird. Malcolm.
Nope, Malcolm already went.
I said,
Oh yeah. No,
It's
okay.
a tie. LA Confidential.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. LA Confidential and Kim Basinger's titties will move on. Huh? All right.
Yeah. Right.
On the Blu-ray, they actually have the pilot of a TV series
Jesus.
that they had made of this, which
Really?
which stars Kiefer Sutherland, and I believe he was he was the Jack Vincennes character. I think he was playing in the movie, played by Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. And by the way, my voting might be playing a long game here. You'll see. So we'll see. All right, Shawshank Redemption and Goodfellas, which is like a crazy matchup when it came up on the wheel. So
There's all these freaking movies that are on here that everybody loves, and I'm just like, meh. Okay. Here's another one.
well, you're a strange dude, so
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, like I'll be okay with that. Yeah.
I know. He's like, all these movies where like nobody's flying around. It's fucking horrible.
I'm just not a dramatic guy like that much. I don't know.
He's like, I save all the drama for my real life.
No, definitely not. Save all the drama for the trash.
Yeah,
But
Jacob.
No, keep talking.
Okay. So, both these movies, should have won more Oscars than they did. Goodfellas losing to Dances with Wolves is a crime, and either Shawshank or Pulp Fiction losing to Forrest Gump is not right either. So,
I don't know, man, because I love Forrest Gump too.
same here.
Forrest Gump 2 hasn't happened yet.
There is a book of Forrest Gump too, though.
There's a book that
yeah,
it's really weird. I heard it has some stuff that they can't really make like in this day and age.
All right, Jacob, I bought you another 15
Yeah.
seconds.
Goodfellas, just move on, please.
All right.
Yeah, this was the toughest one. Oh my goodness.
So Goodfellas is in the top 100, but it's lower in my top 100, whereas Shawshank is top 3 for me. So Shawshank.
Wow, well, you just make it look easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
they're both in my top 100. But I'm kind of the opposite of Steven. I have Goodfellas higher, so I'm going Goodfellas. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess what? What Shawshank doesn't have? Doesn't have like anything funny that I laugh at. Doesn't have anyone getting knifed.
Well, yeah, Shawshank
shootout.
It's not a laugh, right?
Yeah, right. Doesn't have anything that I give a shit about.
Somebody gets shot in Shawshank.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
but for like one scene. But yeah, I mean, but Shawshank is good. Like it is a good movie. I just don't love it on the level people do. Like I don't think it should even nearly have won Best Picture. But that's just me. But Goodfellas is awesome. Like I freaking love Goodfellas. So I'll go with Goodfellas. Richie.
Coincidentally, my copy of Goodfellas was right below True Lies. That's also on this list. So yeah, I'll go
Nice.
Goodfellas.
Yeah. All right. Malcolm.
he's not a good fella. He's a bad fella.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a terrible Seinfeld impression, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I do really enjoy Goodfellas, but I really do like Shawshank. So Shawshank Redemption.
All right.
Yeah.
4-2 for Goodfellas. All right.
Well, Goodfellas, all right.
Okay, got Spotlight versus Avengers Endgame.
Right.
Steven.
Spotlight is actually one of the few movies that won Best Picture that actually deserved to win Best Picture, even though it's not necessarily my favorite movie from 2015, but it is in my top 3 from that year. And I'm mostly referring to out of all the movies that were nominated, it was the best. But Avengers Endgame is the top 20 for me, so I'm going to go with Avengers Endgame.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Spotlight's really good, but it's a hard movie to watch. It's one of those ones because it's about them uncovering priest wrongdoings, and but it's a really good movie. For this one time, I'll go Endgame. Sure.
Yeah. So I saw Spotlight recently, and I actually really enjoyed it. Like I thought it was going to be more akin to The Post or something weird like that, and like it was a lot better than that. So yeah,
But it doesn't have any shootouts, and it doesn't have
Yeah.
any
Comedy, and it doesn't have
Yeah, it doesn't have comedy, it doesn't
lasers,
have
and
any-
it doesn't have all this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. But
He
but,
was
I
like,
still it.
I watched this Michael Keaton movie and I watched this Mark Ruffalo movie. Neither one of them were like doing superhero shit. It was really
Yeah,
weird.
right. You got a cape. Neither one of them turned into a big green monster. Yeah, like none of them. Yeah, but like one of these days I'll have to pull up my 3 drawers worth of comic books that I have sitting here. That's just like what I grew up reading, and so that's why I'm into these. But like I am trying to like be more objective when it comes to these comic book movies, because if you look at my 128 versus my top 64, way less comic book movies, and so I did reevaluate a little bit, but so I'm still going to give it to Endgame though, because I mean just the culmination of like what we got after so many movies, and like every hero to date coming together like that was awesome. So yeah, I'll go to Endgame. Richie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was sure that Austin would have gone with Spotlight, but he's in a generous mood today.
I'm being generous today. You know, you two can get a generous vote from me if you find me on PayPal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll bear that in mind when I do my 256 or
Yeah.
whatever.
If you go up in the banner here, there's a little PayPal icon that'll go to this channel, and we'll vote for whatever you want if you click on it and you donate.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Doing a worst 128 would be kind of fun. I don't know, that'd be kind of redundant, but it'd be funny.
Yeah, do a worst 128 for like individual people. Yeah. It'd be kind of funny because to see what movies people can't stand. But yeah.
Maybe I could do a 64, but 128 is too
Yeah, I had a hard time even coming up when we did that one where we all submitted like a dozen or whatever. Because like I try not to focus on movies I just fucking hated. Like I don't want to think about them more than that much. You know, I
actually like kind of doing that. Like I could easily put together ones that like everybody else loves, but I don't. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I mean, maybe those ones. Like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I would have gone Spotlight. Yeah, I'll go Spotlight because Endgame's good, but I like Infinity a little bit.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I like Infinity War, but I think Endgame's better. So Endgame.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Well, good for you.
Shout out to Edge and Mick Foley for their WrestleMania 22 match. That was
That's a good match.
Again, the best match on the show. That's not the main event.
Yeah, it's insane. And seeing Edge walk away with thumbtacks still in his back, like all the way in. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine. Not imagine that. This is a good matchup because Spotlight I think was a deserving Best Picture winner. I think the performances are all really good. The subject matter is pretty tough. Endgame, it's a culmination. I really enjoyed it. It was like one of the only movies that I'd seen like twice in theaters at like the same day.
The same day.
I liked it that much. I saw it in the morning and I was like, that was really good. I want to go back. Saw it again. Closer than I thought it would be, but I'll go Endgame.
Yeah, do you ever see a movie in theaters and like as soon as it's over, you're like, I could watch that like literally like rewind it and just watch it right now over.
I almost did that for. I've done that for a couple of Cabin in the Woods. I saw the opening night Thursday night and went right back the next day at noon.
Yeah,
like
certain movies like
first show time the next day, shit like that. Yeah, like where I don't mind that. Yeah. So
one of the most random ones that I did it for is when I was a kid that like Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book for whatever reason. I saw it and I'm like that was really good for a live action Jungle Book. I'm seeing that again.
With Liu Kang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
All right.
Scrolling on out. We're going to start
Round
with
two.
our go to our speed round here. This is our Sweet 16 right here. So the winners of these will make the poll. So just like that. So
It's only a half bracket, but we'll keep it fairly short answers, you know.
yeah, fairly short. Yeah, so we got Sicario and The Godfather. I'll go Godfather. Jordan.
And I will go Sicario.
Okay.
Richie.
Sicario.
Okay.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Sicario, but Godfather's in my top 10, so it's Godfather.
Yeah. Jacob.
Godfather.
Yeah. And
Steven.
Steven.
Godfather.
All right.
Oh man, I was hoping it was going to be a tie.
I thought about that. It's like
yeah.
because
you gotta play the long game here on Tournament
Yeah.
Boys.
yeah, I thought about it like I could go for either one, but it's like if I go for Sicario, then Sicario is definitely going through since I know that Jordan's the tiebreaker.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping. But
All right, got a little
Yeah.
Dream Warriors versus The Departed. Jordan.
I think this time I'm going to go for Dream Warriors. Yeah.
All right.
Richie.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Dream Warriors.
Jacob.
Why not? Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Steven.
All right, this is unexpected. I was not expecting to be the lone vote for The Departed.
Well,
Really? You didn't expect for everyone to vote against you?
yeah. Come on.
Not The
Didn't happen at all, man.
Departed. People love The Departed, so I didn't think that was. And even though I do Dream Warriors, is my favorite, obvious Elm Street movie, I didn't expect it to beat The Departed.
Yeah.
And I'll enthusiastically vote for Dream Warriors. So,
Yeah.
There
you go.
All right, I gotta write these down for the poll. Okay. All right, got Identity against 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
All right. Richie.
Man, that's tough.
And two good posters, by the way. I like that. I've always liked that eyeball 12 Monkey poster. It's a good one.
Yeah. By a hair, I'll go Identity.
Okay.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Identity.
Yeah. Jacob.
12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Steven.
I think it would be cool to see Identity and Dream Warriors go up against each other in the next round. Oh wait, though, or maybe not. Never mind.
The round after.
It would have to make,
Yeah,
it to the final four to do that,
Yeah.
maybe. And so would Dream Warriors. So realistically.
All right, but I'll still keep that hope alive and vote for Identity.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'll go for the one I've seen more, Identity.
Yeah. I like that idea of the you had, Richie, for the tournament fights battles, and everyone picks like 12 of their favorite movie posters of all time and just put them up against each other. I think that'd be fun. So I have it on the list. So, but for me, I'm going to vote 12 Monkeys.
All right. It's going to be Identity moving into the Elite Eight. All right.
Identity.
And scroll on down to her. And that's Return of the King.
Yeah.
All right, Malcolm.
You know what? We see Return of the King a lot, so I'm going to go her.
Well, you see her a lot. Like one of Steven's episodes. But Jacob.
I just don't understand what's going on today. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I don't either. But Steven.
Yeah, I can't go. If it was either of the other two, I might go. Might see myself going her, but not for Return of the King.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
Her.
And I'm going to go Return of the King. Richie.
Her.
And it's a tie to Jordan.
Let's go Return of the King. Let's go.
All right. Oh, hang on.
Where
Oops.
did
There we go. All right. There we go.
But her, it does have some stuff that makes me laugh a little. Not a lot, but like subtly things. So, as far as Jordan things that I look for in a movie.
All right.
Do you need to laugh at every movie? The bloody Schindler's List. That had no laughs.
That movie is a masterpiece. That it's not a Jordan movie.
Schindler's
Yeah.
List. It didn't make me laugh at all. No stars.
Had people getting shot, but not in a fun way.
Yeah. Jacob's up first for 7 and Groundhog Day.
I forgot that Booker T versus Boogeyman was a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, poor Booker T.
Yeah. A couple years earlier, he's having a championship match with Triple H, so he loses, and then he's down to fighting the Boogeyman. Yeah, not
He's
good.
probably the only
At least
wrestler.
he becomes the world champ later on this year.
At least.
He's probably
Yeah.
the only wrestler I've seen in person because of the movie Tradition.
It's funny that me and Steven, I think we're at that same show, but it was before we knew each other. At that Houston show, because I was there too. So yeah.
Nice. 7.
All
right. Steven.
Yeah, 7.
Austin.
7. I prefer the sequel 8 a little more, but I'll go with 7.
The prequel 6 is just not as good though.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Yeah,
I like 9, but they went animated. It was weird.
Yeah, 9. That's like a
It's a weird franchise.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a musical called 9.
Yeah, I know.
There's an animated one that I picked from movies.
There's an animated one called
on
9
Tournament Fight for it. It was one of my picks, but yeah, I'm gonna go with 7. Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I'll go 7.
Yeah, and Malcolm.
I'm now trying to imagine a crossover movie between 7 and Groundhog Day. So he just seemed to say murder like multiple different times.
Yeah, you got to figure out what's in the box every day. Yeah,
but I'm gonna
What's
go
in the box? The same thing as yesterday.
What's in the box ahead? What's in the box ahead? What's in the box ahead? What's in the box ahead?
Over and over.
All right, 7. And we'll go to Toy Story and Almost Famous.
All right. What's up first?
Steven.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna go through this time. Then again, I didn't expect it to go through the last time, but
yeah,
I will vote for Almost Famous.
Yeah, Austin.
Your check cleared, Steven. Almost Famous.
Oh, almost Toy Story. Yeah, sorry. Richie.
Toy Story.
Yeah. Malcolm.
My logic still stands. Steven's going to watch Almost Famous regardless. Toy Story.
Yeah. Well, Jacob.
My check didn't clear. Toy Story.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, Steven, you've got a friend in Austin, but that's it. No other friends.
Well, what are you gonna do? I got Arrival and LA Confidential. See, I was playing the long game.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Because
how are you going to give me the vote for?
Because
for
I'm up
LA
first.
Confidential.
Now it makes my vote for LA Confidential way easier. So LA Confidential.
Yeah, you tricked me into voting for LA Confidential, so I guess I got to vote for it. LA Confidential.
Come on, you know you like it way more than Arrival.
Oh yeah, like way better than Arrival. Like leaps and bounds better probably.
Yeah.
but Richie.
Arrival.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Arrival leaps and bounds more than LA Confidential. Arrival.
Oh, okay. Jacob.
I haven't seen LA Confidential. Arrival.
Oh,
Steven.
What I said about Arrival and Aliens is also true of LA Confidential and Arrival. Arrival is in my top 10. LA Confidential is somewhere probably in the 10 to 15 group. Arrival.
Oh, did work. Did it work?
It backfired.
Well, the long game doesn't always work.
Well, I was also just super high on LA Confidential. I fucking love that movie like right now. So yeah. All right. Got Goodfellas and Endgame. Jordan.
Oh man, this one's tough. You know what? I'll switch it up from my usual. Let's go with Goodfellas. Yeah. Richie?
Goodfellas.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Endgame.
Yeah. Jacob?
By a hair, Goodfellas.
Yeah. Steven?
Endgame.
Ooh, Austin.
Great fellas.
Yeah. Wins by a hair in the pasta sauce.
All right. Okay. All right. We got our lead 8. So we'll see what makes
Right.
the final 4 here. All
Yeah,
right.
so there will be a poll. So these are the ones that are.
Yeah,
will be
Goodfellas,
in the
Arrival,
poll.
Toy Story 7, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Identity, Dream Warriors, Godfather.
They haven't gotten to Toy Story 7 yet. They're doing Toy Story
Yeah, I was gonna
5.
say.
They're definitely doing it.
Are they in Toy Story 7?
At this point, as desperate as Disney is, just you wait a couple of years.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
figured.
Just wait.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
desperate. Yeah.
Yeah, very desperate right now. They're losing money hand over fist. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Godfather and Dream Warriors. Richie.
Dream Warriors.
Malcolm.
The Godfather.
Yeah. Jacob.
Dream Warriors.
Steven.
You know what? The Godfather is the better movie, but I've seen Dream Warriors more, so I'll go with Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Austin.
I don't mind championing an underdog. Let's go Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how Disney went from being one of the most profitable movie studios in like 2018 and then just taking a dive bomb after that. I just don't really know. But
I mean, yeah, it's like most studios. The pandemic definitely had a hand in like a lot.
yeah,
of
the
studios.
pandemic and that other Bob guy, whatever his freaking name was, it wasn't helpful. Their old CEO. But let's go with Dream Wars.
Dream Warriors into the final 4.
He wanted to say Bob
Dream
Odenkirk.
Warriors.
It's not
Yeah,
Odenkirk.
I
It's
know. We
Bob.
voted for
Bob
Dream Warriors.
Odenkirk over at Disney.
Yeah,
Dream
Bob.
Warriors. No, you know
Bob
Nightmares not on
something.
the list.
Bob
I know.
Chapek, I think.
Yeah, Bob Chapek. Oh man, that guy was a
No,
huge mistake.
I like Dream Master too, but it's not top 28. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's not happy.
I like the original, but Dream Warriors is my favorite. Yeah, like it just is. You know,
Honestly, in my rankings of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, the original comes in at number 4 for me.
yeah. Well, I was hoping that when they have that brief, this isn't a spoiler for Scream 6, but when they have their brief, like they start popping movies off and they're like favorite nightmare. I was hoping one of them would say Dream Warriors at least, and they both said the original. I was like, one of them should have said Dream Warriors. That would have been with like a fan choice. I don't know.
Yeah.
So all right. Anyways, Malcolm's up first for Identity and Return of the King.
Right.
Identity.
Yeah. Jacob.
That's just the way this night is going. Identity. I'm just going to do that.
Don't give in to peer pressure. Come on.
It's not my episode.
Be your own man.
It's not my
Steven?
episode.
Return of the King is I mean, I always lump all 3 when I do my lists. I always lump all 3 Lord of the Rings as one movie. But Return of the King is definitely in my top 5. So as much as I would love to see, and we are probably going to see it at this point, Identity versus Dream Warriors, I'm personally going to go with Return of the King.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
I'll enthusiastically vote for Identity.
Well, this is a tournament fight. It's not tier ranker. I don't have to write too much. Return of the King. Richie.
Identity.
Mm.
There you go. We got a horror match on that side.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
It actually happened.
All right. Now on the other side, we got 7 and Toy Story, both 1995. So 95 matchup. Yeah. Jacob.
Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Steven.
7. This is going to be really interesting. I mean, I don't know which of these two is going to win, but if 7 does win, that would make it. I mean, it's kind of a horror movie, so that would make this really horror heavy.
Yeah, it would. Which which there's not many horror movies on this bracket. So yeah.
Oddly enough,
But-
a little more horror than like action, which is what Steven's like associated with on the show. Yeah,
Well, I actually have a lot of surprising amount of crime thrillers in my
Yeah.
top 128.
Crime or like even political thrillers. I've noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
let's
Austin?
go 7.
I'm gonna go Toy Story. Richie.
Toy Story.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, there's a good chance we could get a repeat of this matchup in 5 years when we do the 95 letter series.
Yeah, there you go. In 5 years.
But I'm going to go Toy Story.
Yeah.
All right, Toy Story.
Toy Story.
Make it in there. And our other match on this side, Arrival and Goodfellas.
Ooh.
Steven.
Arrival.
Easy out. It's an easy out.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, Goodfellas pretty easily in this one.
Yeah. Goodfellas. Yeah. Richie.
Goodfellas.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Arrival.
Yeah. Jacob.
Arrival.
Tie to Richie.
Richie.
Goodfellas.
There we go.
All right.
Well,
we made it
His check must not declare it either.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Paul Heyman signs my checks.
Yeah.
My check
It would've
bounced.
been-
Yeah.
It would have been cool if we got a sci-fi. It didn't have to be Arrival, but it would have been cool if we got a sci-fi movie in the top 4.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
so let's get our horror matchup out of the way here. Got Dream Warriors and Identity, and I'm up first. I'm gonna go with the one that's in my when we did our 32 horror movies. Me and Andres, Dream Warriors is in there, so I'm gonna go Dream Warriors.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Dream Warriors. Yeah. Richie.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Malcolm.
So I know us is not going to confirm it or deny this, but I suspect
Don't even
Dreamwise might.
ask. Don't even ask. Don't
I
even.
wasn't going to. I suspect Dreamwise might have already won a tournament, so I'm going to go. I didn't attend. He did just attend.
Well, Jacob.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Steven.
I think once all the cards are dealt with and we find out what the movie is really about, Identity is the more original and the more unique movie. So because of that, I would go personally with Identity.
Well,
Yeah.
once again, the one Steven votes for does not go through. This will be real interesting. His favorite
gonna
movie will be all the movies he didn't vote for.
Yeah.
All right. So Jordan's up first for on the other side, Toy Story and Goodfellas.
This one's tough.
Mhm.
Shoot. Just because Toy Story isn't my favorite of the franchise, but it's like my second favorite. But still, I'll go with Goodfellas. Yeah. Richie?
I was hoping you would drag that out a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Toy Story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Malcolm?
Goodfellas.
Yeah. Jacob?
Toy Story.
Yeah. Steven?
It's close, but I'll give the slight edge to Goodfellas for myself.
Austin?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Jordan where I Toy Story 2 and 3 are both higher, so I'm going to go Goodfellas.
Yeah.
All right.
Goodfellas. All right.
Finals here determine Steven's unenthusiastic favorite film for two movies that are ranked a lot higher on his, or at least lower, I should say, on his, probably 128. But
I mean,
he still likes them. But
I don't know, because Dream Warriors was in my top 64. I don't know where it stands currently. But when we originally did my top 64, I did have Dream Warriors on there.
All right.
It's the battle of the Roberts, Robert De Niro versus Robert England.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm. All right.
And they're both kind of dark, if you think about it. So
Yeah, Richie, you're up first. Start at the bottom.
yeah.
That was dog for Dream Warriors.
Okay.
All right. Man, I wish I knew if one of these has won a tournament. But Malcolm,
I think Goodfellas might have, so Dream Warriors.
yeah. Didn't you go the other way last time? You thought Dream Warriors?
Well, I mean, I think both of them might have won a tournament, so but I did. So it feels like
Yeah.
well,
Which one has the least chance of maybe have won? Yeah. Jacob,
Dream Warriors.
Steven?
I'll go with the one that scarred me as a kid, and with all the really creepy, frightening imagery that's in it. Dream Warriors.
So
Yeah.
you can go either way with that. What do you?
Yeah, right. You could, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Austin.
You know what? I'm a horror guy. Dream Warriors.
I'll go with the one that scarred me as an adult. I'll go with Goodfellas.
Well,
Yeah.
Steven's new favorite movie on tournament fights. Right on Street 3.
All right, there you go.
Dream
That's
Warriors.
it.
Boom.
Your all-time
There
favorite.
you go. All
Wow.
right. And everybody want to know a fun fact? None of our final four have won a tournament, so they would have all been unique winners. So
Oh, nice. There you go.
because Identity's never won. Goodfellas has yet to win, despite how far it gets a lot. None of the Toy Story movies have won,
Wow,
and
none of them.
no, Dream Warriors has not won. So yeah, another just naturally unique winner. So there you go.
Plug that in your brains for next episode so you can remember that.
Nobody remembers except me, and I have
Yeah.
the list, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
The dogs are not happy about that winner.
I'm over all my Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Austin, have you done a tournament fights of movies featuring dreams or premonitions? Because
Well, yeah, but doesn't like every movie have a dream sequence?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
what I was meaning is like dreams that sort of prominently sort of impact story. Because I was thinking about the Final Destination movies, the Nightmare series. I just don't know if there's anything else that's kind of along lines of that. Because you could throw in Inception, maybe.
What dreams may come? I mean, come on. From this
Well,
episode. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think that
dream movie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the afterlife.
Yeah.
But how about the Sandra Bullock movie Premonition?
Yeah. Or like the like Nick Cage classic Next. How about that? With the premonitions, yeah.
And on that note, Austin just bailed on us.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to talk about
He's like, nope.
My bad.
You decided to bail.
All I meant to hit was I meant to close out the tournament thing, and I hit the wrong one. And I hit the Oops. No, because I'm used to the StreamYard thing being on the right hand side, and I had them opposite. It's fine. So
Yeah.
my bad.
I don't know what the order was now. We're all over.
I don't think it really matters. We're just going to be doing it.
We're just on plugs anyway, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But that was fun, guys. Yeah, we finally got to winner, and I have some things when it gets to my turn. Maybe might announce some things involving our top 64s, top 128s for some upcoming shows we might have. So yeah, but we'll do some plugs. We'll start with Richie. Where can we find you? See if the dogs are going haywire.
Yeah, I don't know if the dogs might be. Yeah.
All right.
You can go up for plugs, man, if you got a second.
Yeah.
You doing plugs now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm
For you, Richie. Yeah. No, you're good.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'm paying attention. You can. Yeah, this is fun. You can find me here doing tournament fights. I sign up to a lot. So yeah, whenever I should probably keep up to date with what I've been up to, but I'm sure Jordan will let me know.
I'll let you know.
Sure, you can find me on tier rank. You can find me on here doing monthly marks. So the next one I'm doing is we're doing a tier ranker of WrestleMania main events. So yeah, and sometimes you don't realize what the main event was. The main event of WrestleMania 13 wasn't Austin and Bret Hart. It was Psycho Sid and Undertaker, which wasn't a great match. So yes, we're going to be talking about that. And you can find me doing wrestling trivia or combat wrestling trivia. I had a title match just earlier. Go and check that out on Twitch. And Castfer. You can find me doing a movie and wrestling trivia on JPO's channel. And you can find me doing my Tubi podcast with Robert Cameron, where we just talk about two movies. We just uploaded Atlantic Room, and and going to be talking about recording Dr. Alien today, and then I got an interesting quiz lined up for that. So check out for that when that drops, and I'll be around. So
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
You can find me on hosting Rankum on Take 3 on Sundays. Next week we're doing top 12 DC television shows. And you can also find me on various tournament fights. I also can't remember what I've signed up for now.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know. Both of you guys aren't on again this week. I'll just say that. So.
I was just going to say the ranking we just did the other night, top 12 horror performances that should have been nominated for Oscars. Me and Richie were on that. That was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I thought we had a really, really great episode. So go back and watch that if you haven't. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I was tuning in for that. That was really good. Yeah.
Good discussion, and a very important discussion too. Horror should be acknowledged more at the Oscars. So let's just
why doesn't horror get nominated that much?
I think some of them just don't watch horror movies, so it just doesn't get acknowledged. Honestly,
I still say that I think John Cusack in 1408 should have made the cut.
I just don't put it in the same class as Anthony Perkins and Nicholson and Psycho. You know what I mean? I think it's really good. It's honorable mention territory, but not quite. But he's good. And I like that movie a lot. I defend that movie a lot. So,
Well, I'm glad Mia Goth made it. Yeah.
Hey, 1408, former tournament winner.
Yeah, there you go.
Paranormal movies. Yeah.
Yeah, but Jacob, where can we find you?
Yeah, like Richie mentioned, Lonely Marks on Thursday. Tier ranking the WrestleMania main events. Should be a fun episode. We'll see how long we go because there's 40 plus main events because they've done two night manias the last few years. So there's 41 or 42 actual main events that we have to get through. But we'll see how long it takes. But it should be a fun time. And then Austin and I do a podcast about movies. We just did one this past Sunday talking about the Rocky franchise, Rocky all the way through Creed. So if you want to hear our thoughts on the 10 movies, you heard that right, 10 movies. Listen to the episode to find out why there's 10 movies.
The director's
It was don't spoil it. Now people aren't going to watch. That's why. Thanks. And then we will be live again this upcoming weekend, talking about the Sean Connery Bond movies. So that should be fun as well.
Nice. Yeah. And William Miller, where can we find you? Steven.
Well, I mentioned that because I recently did rank them where we ranked 9 out of the 10 Rocky Creed movies, and but that was a couple weeks ago. I don't have anything to plug for the immediate future. I'm hoping by the time I do this, I'm on next, which as of right now, I think would probably be in April when you guys are doing the Ben Affleck, Matt Damon.
Yeah, we got you on for that one.
Yeah.
So.
But that could change. But hopefully by then I'll have things to plug of my own. But for now, just that, and you can find me all over social media with my real name, Steven Shepard, not William Miller.
Yeah. Sounds good. In Austin, where can we find you?
Yeah, I mean, not much outside of this channel that hasn't already been mentioned. I'll probably be on the Battleground Casual show because he wants me on there because I believe one of my matches will be getting uploaded this weekend. my match with Henry Confidential. So that I had. If you want to see Henry have a meltdown on screen during the match, watch
Ooh,
it.
I do.
Watch that match. It's really entertaining. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't know. My birthday's next week, and we'll be doing a mystery tournament on my birthday. So
Yeah,
that I'm
that'd be
putting
fun.
together. That you guys, whoever's on there, will not know the movies, and you won't. There's no theme. There's no subject. There's nothing. I just picked out 64 wild ass movies, and it's all stuff you've heard of. It's all mainstream stuff. And I will say, looking over the list, a lot of movies that have never been on tournament fights. So if you guys want to be part of a tournament where there's a lot of fresh movies that have never been on here, it'll be a lot of fun. So, and it'll just be some wacky matchups, and I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple of open spots for that one if anyone wants to sign up. But I know Richie's already signed up for it, so
Am I on that?
anyone else wants to-
Yeah.
Can I sign up for that one too?
Yeah. I don't have you down, but if you want to be on it, Jacob.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as he mentioned the idea, I was like, absolutely, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Maybe I told him and not
Sure.
There might be.
Maybe that's what
I don't know what you've seen and what you haven't seen, Jacob. You might be having a lot of like, I haven't seen that, but but at the same time, maybe we can just we'll still fuck around and it'll still be fun. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think it'll still be a good time because I mean, I didn't pick anything like direct to DVD, something obscure. It's all stuff you've probably heard of and you're familiar with, even if you haven't seen it. So. Yeah.
Well, you don't want to have a whole tournament where everyone's like, "Well, I haven't seen."
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, a lot of these are mainstream movies, so you've probably at least seen most of them. So yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things coming up on the channel. So I'll mention that, but I'll just say if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out. If you know people that haven't subscribed, tell all your friends, all your family, like everyone that you talk to, tell them to subscribe. That's the best way that you can support the channel is to subscribe. So once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I won't push it so much, but until then, we got to keep on pushing it. So yeah, and we're gonna do another giveaway when we hit 300. We still have to. I was gonna try to have it ready to go by tonight. I still got to pick another random winner for the box set because Brian Nussbaum, who we originally picked, does not have 4K capabilities. So by Friday, I'll have that announcement. So yeah, yeah.
You don't have 4K either, Jacob.
Not yet.
Yeah.
You can't.
With all the
me.
Blu-rays.
I've heard you say that.
Yeah, but
Expensive. I gotta save up.
yeah, but yeah, you can find us on the social medias at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. There will be a poll in the Short on Friends and Family group, so you can watch for that. And you can give your thoughts and opinions on Steven's movies. Tell him if you agree or if you dislike his movie choices. You can just let him know. But yeah, and or if you just like our picks for him, because basically we went against Steven most of the time. So, yeah, but and then we have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/movie hero, you can find exclusive episodes, which this upcoming Monday night we're going to be doing a superhero draft. We can draft any superhero, and there's just going to be 4 of us on the panel, and we're just going to go in like a snake draft, and we're going to build a superhero plus villains team. It's not going to be all heroes. There will be villains also on there. So yeah, if you're a member of the Patreon, then you can see that, and you can see it on the lowest tier. I have a $1 tier there, but I'm just saving that for if we ever have to move the seen and heard movie trivia over there. Which for right now we're actually doing all right. We don't really have any copyright strikes, so that is actually up on the channel. And then but we have a $5 tier, so if you want to see any of those, it's only $5, so not too much more. But and funny enough, like we almost had our last episode of a trivia block because for one little tiny thing. So I showed the new DreamWorks animation intro for one of our questions, and for an image of Puss in Boots, they blocked the entire video. So I had to edit that out. Just a 1 second little clip, so you'll see a little jump. You won't see Puss in Boots there, and then now it's not blocked, which is like really weird. so yeah. But and speaking of the trivia, we're doing another trivia episode this Sunday. So if anyone would like to sign up, we got a couple extra spots. As long as you haven't played on the last one, because I don't let people play it 2 times in a row unless you're the returning champion. That's the only stipulation.
Is Moose still the champion?
Well, he is, but he's so busy filming that Austin was the next highest one. So Austin to be coming back as the returning champion because Moose just doesn't have enough time.
To be fair,
his own trivia.
Every time I played Moose, I've been leading him until the literally very last question. So technically, I'm kind of the champion. So yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. So we're reworking the third round. It's going to be a quotes round, which if you play trivia or if you compete in the trivia, I'll explain that how it's going to work. But yeah,
it's going to be way easier to fact check. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
it'll just be like a question. So
yeah, like it'll be a question. It won't be like well, we got to go through a bunch of websites and figure out like which movie studios that these movies come from. So yeah, but and then yeah, I guess I'm just trying to make sure that I don't forget anything. Oh yeah, so we do have a couple upcoming shows that I wanted to just mention briefly. We're going to be starting a monthly Movie Hero Favorites show where we just spin a wheel, and then we spin the wheel 64 times out of all of our top 128s that we've built, and then plus a few wild cards that allowed people to pick 20 extra wild card movies they wanted to include. And whichever 64 movies pop up, we're going to be doing a favorites tournament once a month. So we'll be seeing whose favorite movies make the list. I'm going to do a little pre-show for each one where I show all the picks and everything. So it'll be fun. So we can talk about some more of our favorite movies again. And for something like that, we can kind of fight for our favorites, trying to persuade people to vote for the movies that we love. So that'll be fun. And then we also have a new show that's going to be a pretty similar. It's called the Wheel of Movies, where instead of spinning it 64 times, you only spin it once, and then whichever movie pops up from the same pool of movies, then we're all going to watch the movie. Or if we've seen it enough times, you don't have to watch it, but you can watch it. And then we're going to do a 1 hour deep dive just talking about one of our favorite movies. So that's coming up. We're trying to add some things because my work's getting a little slower. So I've got a lot of extra free time.
Arrival. All right, let's talk about what I don't like about Arrival.
Yeah, right. Like that actually could potentially happen. So yeah. yeah. So, but and then a little preview of what we have coming up on the channel. So for this Friday, we have an A24 versus Neon a tournament fights versus to kind of round out Oscar month. So I'll be watching a lot of movies to prep for that. I got a lot of blind spots for that one. But and then we're going to get back in some tier rankers for some animation. We're going to do best animated movies from 1989 and earlier. So it's going to be like all the old school animation ones for that one.
Wow, so you're almost done with the animated ones.
No, we kind of jumped. We jumped.
Yeah, we're just bouncing around.
Well, we're
in
saving
order.
We're saving the 90s and the 2000s for last because those are going to be the toughest ones we think. As
far
as like trying to determine a top 10 for the 90s and a top 10 for the 2000s are going to be really, really stacked. So, we're kind of building up to that, and then we'll dump into the championship after that. So
yeah, some of my favorites probably wouldn't make the cut. Like I'm a big fan of Meet the Robinsons for the 2000s.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if people like it as much as I do.
We'll see how tonight's Toy Story stacks up in the 90s, obviously. I'm pretty sure it'll make the top 10, but where it ends up, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And then
my favorite Pixar is Up, so I don't. So hopefully that makes the 2000s.
Yeah, we'll see.
That one might. That'll be a contender because I like the first like 15 minutes. And the rest of it is okay, but we also have Austin Mystery Tournament we already mentioned, so that's coming up at the end of the month on his birthday. Then we have an April Fool's show coming up actually the next day because April Fool's will be the next day. So I'm not going to say what it is, but just tune in though. You'll be pleasantly surprised with what we came up with. Something pretty fun and unique for that one. But and then we have Malcolm Lay's top 128 championship coming up, so we'll be getting into that soon. Then we have the Matt Damon versus Ben Affleck tournament that was mentioned earlier. We're going to do that for the release of Air, which I've heard that movie's getting really good early reviews. Could maybe even be an Oscar contender. Maybe that's like what I'm hearing. I don't know for sure.
It's too early in the year to tell that to say.
Yeah. Yeah,
say that to everything, everywhere, all at
I was about
once.
to say everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah, right.
March release and
yeah, and look what happened. So you never know. But we have best movie duos part 2, and also best movie teams part 2. I just kind of lumped those in the same week, so we can do like one duos, one teams for the week. So we got those. So and then we're gonna get into the best animated movies of the 2000s. So that'll be for next month. We have Keanu Reeves versus Nick Cage matchup coming out right after Renfield, and we're gonna have Adam Witt, Paul Preston, and Kevin Smets on there. So some Schmodown guys. That'll be fun and maybe a long episode with those guys. But and then we have our best of 2013 ladder series that's coming up. And then I'm going to be doing something similar to Austin. I'm going to be doing a mystery, a tier ranker though. So Austin's will be a tournament, and mine will be a tier ranker. So that'll be interesting. And then I'll just throw you 2 quick ones that I paired up on the same week. We have best movies with punctuation in the title, and then also best movies with one-word titles. But we're going to make it a decade series as a tournament fights, because there are a ton of movies that have one-word titles, so we got to do it by decades for that one. So yeah. Yep, like Up. Yep. And like Up, I can't remember. Does Up have an exclamation point? I don't think it does.
I don't think so.
It wouldn't be like the punctuation.
But you know what does? Mother.
Yeah, Mother. There you go.
Well, there's 2 movies.
Shazam.
I think 3
Yeah,
actually movies called Mother, but I think the Darren Aronofsky one
Has
is
that
the only one that has the exclamation point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Bong Joon-ho is a movie called Mother as well.
Yeah, and there's one with Albert and Debbie Reynolds.
Well, let's wait until later in the year, because I think sometime maybe in the summer or like early fall, we're going to be doing movies with the same title. So like we'll have all the mothers in there, all the different movies that have the same title in it. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, but that'll do it for us tonight, guys. So thanks for joining us for this episode for Steven's Top 128. That was fun. So yeah, we'll be back Friday. So for Richie, for Malcolm, for Jacob, for Steven, for Austin, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.